In 2016 alone, anonymous tips to Crime Stoppers resulted in the arrest of 414 felons and 545 cases solved, including 24 murders, 129 robberies, and the additional seizure of more than $19,000 in narcotics. April is recognized as National Child Abuse Prevention Month, and throughout this month, our team at Crime Stoppers has been focused on educating the community about child abuse prevention, as well as assisting our law enforcement partners, many who are here today, to apprehend fugitives wanted for crimes against children. In 2015, there were almost 67,000 confirmed cases of child abuse and neglect in Texas. Within these cases, 171 children lost their lives on the account of this abuse and neglect. We do not take these numbers lightly. At Crime Stoppers, we recognize the problem with child victimization and partnered with the Harris County Sheriff's Office Criminal Warrants Division and the Texas Attorney General's Office on a 4-day child abuse initiative to execute felony and misdemeanor warrants on suspects wanted for crimes against children. I'd like to invite Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez to talk more about the results. Sheriff.
Thank you, Rania, and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. This is Child Abuse Prevention Month that you just heard, and we conducted a child abuse warrant roundup with the Texas Attorney General's Office. All of us in the law enforcement community have a sworn oath to ensure the safety of everyone in our community, and there's no more vulnerable segment of our community than our children. As sheriff and as a father, I am committed to devoting all available resources to protecting the children of Harris County. To that end, the Harris County Sheriff's Office Criminal Warrants Division and the Texas Attorney General's Office conducted a child abuse warrant roundup from April 10th through April 13th of this year. The combined agencies were divided into 4 teams and began to serve warrants on the suspects throughout Harris County. Our participation in this operation culminated with the arrest of 22 offenders on charges of injury to a child, sexual assault of a child, continuing sexual assault of a child, and indecency with a child. In the recent days, we have seen some of the most disturbing acts of abuse on children by their own family members. Our children are the greatest asset for our future here in Harris County. Their safety and security against predators is a job we all take very seriously. Remember that we all have a moral obligation to report any and all forms of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse and neglect on our children and take the initiative to report it to law enforcement. When you do not become involved as a concerned neighbor, family member, friend, or colleague, the cycle of abuse or injury can go undetected for years. The Harris County Sheriff's Child Abuse Unit fields more than 200 child abuse-related cases every month. It is our duty to thoroughly investigate each allegation of child abuse to ensure proper prosecution of all offenders. And I want to thank all of our deputies and partners who work tirelessly to solve these cases. And again, I want to extend just heartfelt thanks to the individuals, the law enforcement professionals that are up here, both from the Texas Attorney General's Office and our very own Harris County Sheriff's Office that worked very hard on this initiative and yielded these results, and obviously others that may not be with us today. So I want to thank them for all their hard work in this successful initiative. And we look forward to having many, many more. And those that may be involved in these practices, just beware because we're coming after you. So thank you very much.
Is there anything unusual or about these particular suspects, or any interesting stories about where they were apprehended across the Harris County?
Captain or lieutenant or anyone that would just like to say anything in particular? Nothing at this time.
Questions?
The 22 out of the 22, was this just basically going after everybody who had a warrant for some type of crime against a child? These are just the 22 you were able to locate in that 3-day period?
That's correct. Obviously, there's a lot more, but we wanted to focus on those that we had good intel on, good intelligence and good information, and that's what we did, and we were successful. And again, this is Child Abuse Prevention Month, so we're raising awareness, but this isn't the end of the problem. It happens every day, unfortunately, and we're going to continue to go aggressively after all these offenders, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. We understand there's many more, and we want to raise awareness, not only to make sure that these crimes are reported, but also for them to know that there'll be dire consequences if they're harming children in Harris County.
Do you have a ballpark on how many warrants you do have for crimes against children?
I'm not sure of the exact number. We could try to find out for you.
Can we talk about Cormier yet?
Right after. I guess a few things in Spanish?
I'll teach you one of them.
Okay, afterwards? Okay, we'll do it afterwards. All right, any other things you'd like to add or anything? We'll bring this one in, then I know there may be some questions about Cormier, so I could let them
Yeah.
step away. if
And
they'd
we'll
like.
give you the names and their mugshots. We have them again on a thumb drive, so you can get that out there as well.
These are the arrest, the ones you're giving, are these the arrest or these warrant?
Now, these were actually people apprehended by the sheriff's
So
office.
these are 22 that you mentioned?
That's correct. Yeah, there's a couple of women in there, and we'll give all those names